guys would like me reacting to this. I mean, everybody already knows I said don't buy Caspa ASICs. So I'm not surprised by any of this. All right. But let's see what Red Panda has to say. See if I was right or wrong. Could be wrong.
RPM here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day.
Let me know the levels for you guys.
To update you all on the 5 KS5 miners, or the
5
KS5
of them,
Ls and KS5Ms that I have accumulated.
Okay, money bags. Just go 5K. Oh yeah, okay.
Since around July and August of 2024, so about 8 months ago. And I have been mining and hodling Caspa since then. Okay, I want to update you guys on how much we've mined in total and giving you the numbers. Okay, how much electricity I've been using with all these miners since I've been mining and hodling over the past 243 days. You know, how much the bag is worth and, you know, cost basis. You know, what if I sold every day? We're going to talk about it. All this in this video, and the main reason why I made this video,
I'll watch your video if I want to, Red.
The new Caspa miners that were just announced from Ice River, the KS7 Lite and the KS7. Okay, and I'm just going to tell you right now, I do not recommend buying these miners, and they're just way too expensive for what they are.
But if you want to buy them, check out his affiliate link in the description below.
Currently earning right now, and they shouldn't be these prices. So but anyways, I'll give you more of my opinion and a bunch of other things I want to talk about in this video. Okay, so I'll do that right after a word from today's sponsor, because I'm definitely gonna need this sponsor after this. Luxor's ASIC, your one-stop destination for all
Luxor,
all your Bitcoin mining needs. For those of you who don't know, Luxor has been a trusted name in the mining industry for years. They've moved hundreds.
I've interviewed Nick Hansen and Ethan Vera on the channel multiple times, as well as no, just those two. So if you want to check those out, I've interviewed them multiple times. Nice guys. But
hundreds of thousands of ASICs for institutional buyers. Now they're bringing that expertise to retail miners like us through their new ASIC shop. Only need 1 unit? No problem. They've streamlined the process for small orders because no order size is too small.
I can watch people's sponsors because that's how they get their channels paid for. And I don't have any sponsors. So you don't have to watch them multiple times. So I feel like if you only have to watch it once, it's not that bad.
Bitcoin mining parts, they have it all readily available and shipping from their Montana warehouse for fast shipping domestically or to
I love Luxor's hash price index. It's super awesome.
31 international countries. Use discount code RedPanda for $100 off orders over 3,000 at checkout. Luxor's ASIC shop, making Bitcoin mining easy, profitable, and accessible for everyone. Link down below.
Got that music going on.
So before I talk about my numbers of the 5 KS5 miners that I've been mining with over the past 8 months, just quickly, okay, the new Ice River KS7, KS7 Lite that were announced, these are basically a little bit more efficient, you know, marginally more efficient than the KS5 Pros, okay? The KS7, though, does about 10,000 more gigahash or 10 terahash more than the KS5 Pro, KS5s. So yeah, but the power consumption is around 3,500 watts, they said. So like, you know, the efficiency there is about 0.11. Okay. So yeah, they're selling these for about 5,000. I just, it's a terrible price right now. The profitability on these things is like, you know, $4 a day at my 7 cents electric. So
and that's with them not shipped, or
these
what?
Things are making like $2 a day or something. So honestly, it's not a good buy. It really is not a good buy at these prices right now. I truly think that in the next, I don't know, week or two, maybe longer, or I don't know when they're shipping these out. I didn't really check on their website. Let's see here, KS7 Lite. Resale will start 9 a.m. Eastern, March 7th. Oh, that's today, I guess, when you guys will see this video. But yeah, the price is not good. I think the price should be a lot cheaper, like, I don't know, $300 for these KS7 lights, and the KS7 should be like, I don't know, at most $1,800. I don't know. It's, yeah, these things are not going to be making a lot, especially if, you know, a lot of the hash rate seems to be, the hash rate's quite high, or, you know, it could go higher, but
Ice River's going
what's going to
public.
happen is a lot of people that have these other miners, okay, are essentially going to be turning off. A lot of the older ones, though, maybe a lot of people that have free power, you know, have these other models. But yeah, my KS5Ms, KS5Ls are in the negative, you know, in terms of profitability at my 74 cents electric. Okay, so my KS5L, single KS5L, I'm using $1.72 a day. KS5M losing about 64 cents.
Yeah,
a
I
day.
covered it.
Okay,
DJ Mines, I should have the video up on the channel, but they went public over under, what was it, BitGo or BitGen? So they went public under that in the US. Yeah. So they're stateside public funding or public company now, primarily for the hosting side of things.
So that's a good segue into the numbers of my Caspa miners. Okay, so I have 5 of these. Okay, one of the KS5Ls, I think like half a year ago, one of the hash boards died. Okay, so yeah, it's only showing 7.7 terahash here. So anyways,
I can't help it, Red Panda. I was already planning on this.
yeah, I have 2 KS5Ms and 2 other KS5Ls, so a total of 5 different units here. But when I got these, okay, I got these from, you know, various resellers, and in total, the value of all these things were about $30,000 USD. So yeah, I have been doing this whole mine and hodl test because I wanted to see, you know, when will we break even on these miners? Okay, so it's been about 8 months, okay, 243 days or so. I think July 6th is the first day, the first time I got a payout on with Caspa. Okay, so I'm not lying to you guys here. I'm using Coinly. It is a tax software that I use. I can, you can actually add Caspa here. They finally added Caspa, I think a couple months ago. You can put in your Caspa address here, and you can tag them as mining and import. It will automatically import all the transactions for
you. Pay taxes
for you, and it's great. This is great for taxes, and this is how I'm going to be showing you guys. But anyways, yeah, so July 6th was the first time I started mining with the KS5L, and I started getting the other models, Caspa models here over time. I have one of them hosted, and I'm going to be shortly turning off that hosting because it's at 8 cents per kilowatt hour. So that's, yeah, I'll explain that all later. If I'm going to be turning all this off or not, I'll explain that later on. So here we are. Okay, so the transactions, just to show you guys here, yeah, you know, I've been getting them in $100, 100 Caspa payouts here. And then I think I slowly changed it to 1,000 Caspa payout as I got more of the miners later on. But anyways, okay, I haven't moved any Caspa from this wallet. It has been constantly, I'll just not gonna lie to you guys, I don't care. You get,
so you're not even paying power out of it?
95,891 Caspa in total. Value is $72.58. Okay, $7,258. All right, so it's yeah, you guys are gonna love this. Okay, you're gonna love this. So all the Caspa that's been hitting my wallet here, okay, just to explain this this tax software I'm using here. So you can see my cost basis. So cost basis means all the crypto that has gone into my wallet at the time. So when it hits my wallet, okay, and depending on the price of Caspa, that is going to be my cost basis. Okay, so if you look at my transactions here, for example, okay, let's just go from the beginning. You can see, right, July 6th, 100 Caspa at that time, when Caspa was 17 cents, that was about a $17.32 transaction. Okay, so when that hit my wallet, that is my initial cost basis. So that is actually my income.
Well, you don't have to worry about paying taxes on any of this.
On that. So accumulatively, you know, just, you know.
At least you're going to have to start having the CRA pay you, Red.
Everything together, right, as all my transaction cost basis together, you know, I'm not going to go through all of it, but yeah, it's total. My cost base is about $14,065 since July 6th.
Yep, file that loss.
March 6th as of now. Okay, so that would be my income. But since I have been mining and holding, okay, all of this Caspa, all right,
yeah,
the balance, right, is now worth $7,284. And this is in USD, I forgot to mention. So you can see my like ROI here. All right, you can see the difference. I am in the red, right? Pretty much my bag here that I've been
in
mining
Canada,
and
you
holding
don't
over the
pay
course of
until
the
you
past,
sell, right?
8 months.
Or do you have to pay,
-48%.
or do you have to pay income on day of mining like stateside?
48%. Okay. And if I sold everything right now, okay, if I sold this bag of 96,000 Caspa, or if I sold into USD, $7,284, I would have a loss, or I have a capital loss here of $6,781 if I sold the Caspa now. Am I going to?
So you have to pay, oh.
Gonna sell the Caspa now?
Well, at least you got good sponsorships. And you get a lot of YouTube views, so I mean,
definitely not. Okay. I'm at this point, I'm going to be holding it all the way to either 0 or up until further price appreciation, which we all know, Caspa has been really, really depressing over the past, over the past year. It's been going down realistically, but it's been pretty much averaging between 10 and 20 cents. But now we're going below that. Okay. We're at 7 cents now. I mean, the market's been, it's been down essentially. Bitcoin and everything. Altcoins have been bleeding quite hard recently. So it makes sense. So I'm going to wait for hopefully better times. If there's no better times coming for Caspa and everything just goes to, a penny or 2 cents, then yeah, that's it. This test is dead. The $30,000 that we initially invested, theoretically, okay, thank you to the resellers, but anyone who, bought into Caspa miners at the same time during August or
thank you to the resellers. Stop buying ASICs.
or July and may have done the mining and hodl method, you are losing out currently, unfortunately. But for anyone that sold Caspa, okay, here's another strategy. Okay, so I've been doing the whole mining and hodl strategy, but for anyone who's been doing the mine and selling everyday strategy, it actually would have been better off, okay, as of right now, after 243 days for me. If I sold every time the Caspa went into my wallet, okay, the cost basis, you guys can see, $14,000, right? I should have, in theory, actually sold the Caspa every day, and it would have been better than if I just mined.
Dude, you're just not gonna, like, the fact of the matter is on Caspa, it's too small of a coin with too fast of emissions for anybody to compete with Marathon Digital.
And held as of now.
You're not going to compete with Marathon Digital on your cost basis, or like not cost basis, but on your cost to mint. You're just not.
As of
like, that's what it is. It's a player versus player game, and Marathon Digital is going to absolutely stomp you.
Now, that is. Okay, and what I mean by that is, what if Caspa went to like 40 cents? Okay, so in order for so here's the whole strategy of mine and hodl, right? Here's the other side of it, is that what if I mine and held, right? Which I've been doing. So if I sold, let's say 96,000 Caspa at, let's say if Caspa went to 40 cents, that would be about $38,400. Okay, so that would give me my initial, theoretical investment of 30,000 back, plus the electricity. Okay, I forgot to explain, over the past 243 days, all right, I've been spending. Okay, let's do the math here. Okay, let's do the math here. So about 3,400 watts per KS5L, so KS5M. Let's just say 5 times 5. So it's going to be about 17 kilowatts. Okay, so if I did 17 times 0.074, my 74 electricity USD, then that's about $1.25 or $1.26 an hour. All right, if I times this by 24 hours, that's $30.20. I've been spending $30.20 over the past 243 days, okay, per day. I've had to times this by 243, okay? That means I spent a total of $7,366.65 on electricity, out of pocket, mind you, okay? Out of pocket for all of my miners here, okay? So it's in, you know, we've come full circle basically in terms of how much electricity I have been mining with and have paid out of pocket, sorry, and then how much Caspa I've mined and held to this point in time. Okay, I've actually spent more on electric than what my Caspa bag is worth now. Okay, let that sink in. All right, 72.84 versus 73.36. So I'm in the red, like, you know, not only am I in the red of the $30,000 initial investment on the miners, but I am in the red as well in the electricity that I have been using to mine out of pocket, to mine and hold and yield the Caspa over the past 8 months. So that would be, because I haven't sold the Caspa yet, you know, plus I just do this plus 30,000, right? So I'd be in the red right now, $37,336 basically. Okay. And if I sold the Caspa that I have here, I'd be at 72.84 roughly. So I'm in the red a little bit more than what I first started initially.
So why wouldn't you like what? So the way I do it, and this is for like the Bitcoin mining, and I just don't like, I'm just curious. I mean, I think you're doing it for content, but why? So the way I do it is I mine. If it's at a loss, I don't sell. If it's in a profit on the day I'm mining and I see that it's in a profit and it shows like my profit loss report or whatever, I sell all of the Bitcoin that I've mined up to that point for that period at that profit. And then I just take whatever's left over and I hold that. And that's what I do with my Bitcoin miners. So like, you know, if I don't turn the miners off, but I don't sell on that day and I don't just continue to hold. Just a test. Well, I mean, there's no reason to be, I don't know. I mean, okay, like you probably make more money from the content, I guess, maybe. I don't
know. $30,052. And another, give some context, right? $30,000, right? If I, instead of initially buying the miners, I could have bought the Caspa. And I think during this time,
too much of a risk for me, too rich for my blood.
August, I think the average price of Caspa was like, let's just say 16 cents. Okay, so what if I just bought, you know, $30,000 of Caspa divided by 16 cents? That would give me 187,000.
Yeah, but you have to sell it on time and nobody does. Like as soon as it hits 20 cents, everybody's like, it's going to $1.
500 Caspa. All right. So as of right now, that would be, or that, yeah, I mean, yeah, that would have definitely been better than my.
But bro, can't just be losing money all over the place.
Mining and buying Caspa miners at this point in time, because I've mined 95,891 Caspa, but I have 187,000. I could have had 187,500 Caspa simply just by buying the Caspa. Okay, so this shows, right, with the aggressive mission schedule with Caspa right now, I think we are at 61.74 CAS block reward per second. Okay.
Have you guys heard the conspiracy that like Caspa from the very get-go was a shovel selling scam? Sometimes I believe it because like as fast as the emissions were, it's like nobody has been doing the calculations to see that this is a terrible idea when they look at mining calculators. Because everybody goes to the mining calculator and then they're like, oh, this looks really good. And then they don't look at the emissions. And like, sometimes I'm like, maybe this is really just a brilliant shovel selling scam at the end of the day. Because nobody pays attention to how fast the emissions were. I was having this conversation like a year and a half ago on how fast the emissions were and how it couldn't keep up. But like, I feel like because like, I don't think people compute how quick they were. Like, I think it's hard mentally to go, oh no, this is going to go away really quick. Red Panda says there was a blog post on a previous VP of Bitmain who invested and joined Caspa in the beginning, and that blog post was removed about 2 years ago. Well, they had that huge investment in, like, originally it was a mining venture, right? Like, they were going to create a blockchain and the miners for the blockchain, but then there's that weird $8 million investment thing that kind of went nowhere. But like sometimes when people say that, because I'm like, I don't know, seems crazy. And obviously I'm putting on the tinfoil hat, but like it is true that people are, so Bitmain and Ice River are selling the miners at a price that looks reasonable for the profitability of that day. And people don't realize that that profitability is not decreasing. It's just not on the, it's not even close to the same scale as Bitcoin. It's like accelerated like 100-fold, right?
It's per second, which I believe they're going to, they're on the testnet for Crescendo right now. And I believe it is working on testnet. So they're going to be running that out in the next 2 months. Who knows if that's going to have some price appreciation or, you know, bullishness of Caspa. I don't know, but there's a lot of things happening with Caspa. And so anyways, the Caspa network hash rate has essentially, you know, exploded over the past year. We all know that. So yeah, I would never have been able to mine. Okay, at this point in time where I am mining, let's see, how much am I mining a day? I'm mining 253 Caspa a day right now. Okay, and that's getting worse and worse and worse. Okay, the rewards or my payouts, you know, have essentially, it's kind of tapered off, but it's getting worse.
Yeah, I remember mining like 800 Caspa a second. And that was like 2 years ago. It's not even that long ago. 800 Caspa a second with one GPU rig.
And worse as the the Caspa emission schedule gets, you know, worse and worse.
Holy
and
shit.
More and more of the hash rate. We're at 61 right now, so it's, you know, it's gonna get worse and worse over the next year here. I will never be able to mine the amount of Caspa that I could have simply just bought because of the aggressive mission schedule, because of how many people have gotten into Caspa. The Caspa network hash rate is, you know, tripled, right? So it's, yeah, this test I'd say is not looking good.
Yeah, I don't allow links
that have bought
you can
Caspa miners.
Shoot it over on Twitter.
So this is really gonna tie into my
on Twitter.
my call out to everybody. I really truly believe that, you know, buying these miners KS7 Lite, KS7 is not a good buy. Okay, it's you won't get your money back. All right, it's better to just buy the Caspa at this point in time. And you know, Caspa is really the only coin I've ever said about mining, about buying, because of how aggressive the emission schedule is, because of how many people have gotten.
But like that's why I don't invest in Caspa at all. Because you mine, you don't buy. And mining Caspa is useless at this point since it went ASICs. I think that's why I made that video, right? Like, I'm done with Caspa. I am a miner. I don't buy, and there's no reason to mine Caspa.
Into it, the network hash rate difficulty has risen, yeah, like 4 or 5x over the
just
past,
let Marathon Digital do it
8
all.
months. So yeah, the only saving grace here for Caspa is that the price has to go up, and it hasn't been. I mean, I'm still bullish on crypto in general. Okay, I'm hoping that altcoin season, everything comes back into play. But as of right now, right where we are in the market, where Caspa is, it's not looking too good. This chart, unfortunately, it doesn't look too great. But crypto is volatile. Things could change at any point in time. And this Caspa that I'm holding, which, you know, I'm still gonna hold, I'm gonna see if it plays out.
Good luck.
Okay, I'm gonna see if this will play out or not. Let me know down below if any of you guys are in the same, I mean, you should in theory be in the same situation as me if you were mining and holding, that is. But if you were mining and selling, you've obviously been doing a lot better because the cost basis was a lot higher, because when Caspa was, 20 cents, 16 cents, 17 cents over the past 8 months, you were doing better if you sold. Okay. So anyways, I'm going to see if this plays out. Let me know your guys' thoughts. I don't recommend buying the KS7 lights or KS7s, any Caspa miners for that matter, because it's just not worth it. It truly is not worth it. Okay. All right. I'll see you on the next video. Let me know your thoughts.
Sweet. There you go. Make sure you guys go like the video. Thanks for letting me react to it. Red Panda. Make sure you guys are subbed over there too. And use his affiliate links or whatever. But don't buy any ASICs for shit coins. Just stop it. We're all getting bamboozled by the shitcoin ASICs. Let's just stop. If we don't buy them, they'll stop doing it. Didn't ask me. Look, it's public. It's public. I was gonna watch. You guys want to watch a funny video? I figured after watching the Red Panda, we would watch the video about America's biggest cuck. I hope you enjoyed this clip from the Crypto Mining Show. If you would like to see more from this particular episode, take a look up here. Don't forget to also subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support me directly, you can go to sonofatech.locals.com and become a member. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next Tuesday.